Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is technically episode 3 of a 4-part series of a little thing that we like to do every week known as the Midweek War. I am Eamon Paton, hosting this here for you this evening. Joining me, as always, is one Tonio Garza. How are you?
I'm doing great, Eamon. This is our Texas takeover of the Midweek War. We can talk about people in Pittsburgh here. We don't care.
Whatever good came out of Pittsburgh, am I right? No, let's not get into that. But yeah, this is the Midweek War for this week, and we're about to talk NXT. Big episode of NXT, first of their weeks out of whatever the building is. I forgot the name of.
Yeah, the bigger university.
It's a big building. There's a crowd, and it's pretty big. But yeah, let's talk about this. Let's go into this. What is your one word for NXT this week, Mr. Tonio Garza?
As you can see this, my one word is drifting.
Oh.
It's drifting away.
My one word for this week is friendship, because friendship is magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you start off. What's your one good thing about NXT this week?
Okay, well, my good thing, I'm gonna give it to the opener, Baron Corbin versus Johnny Wrestling.
That was a fun opener.
Yeah, it was a typical match that as soon as it ends, I say, I wish NXT was 2 hours and this match would have gone like at least 10 more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a great match. Baron Corbin can really have good matches when he fights really small people and he just like puts them around everywhere. And Johnny Gargano can just have like good matches regardless. So it was a really cool match. I'm not really sure where Corbin is gonna go after being double tapped out. But I don't know, like I really like the match.
Yeah, this one was really fun. Obviously, I think I mentioned in the past, like putting Corbin, the notorious I hate the Indies guy, against every indie guy you can think of. Rich Swann, Johnny Gargano, it makes a lot of sense. And especially, like you said, smaller guys that he can throw around and they can bump off of him. Amazing. Yeah, I really love this match. I'm liking Baron Corbin more and more, which is very cool to see. Yeah, definitely. My gift for this week, obviously you went with the opener. I'm going to go with the main event, which was Bayley versus Carmella. Baymella explodes, but they don't because they're still friends, and that was really cool. This was a great match. Carmella has come such a long way. I think back to like her first match, like how far she's come is amazing. I think she really did a great job in this, especially like you could really tell she really cared about having this match, like especially in the beginning when they were doing the introductions. You could really read the emotion off of her face of being like, this is very big for me. Like I loved it. I thought she told a great story. I thought she did some great stuff in here. The 2 dives she did to the outside look amazing. Yeah. I really like this, and I liked it. I like the way it ended with the whole like them countering each other's pins, and then Bayley just getting a good pin on Carmella. I thought it was really smart.
Yeah, for like most of the match, they kind of like just played it safe. I was surprised that they just let Bayley like dominate most of the match.
Mm-hmm.
But like the ending, I like it because it leaves it open in a way that Carmella could have won. Like just a little more, and she could have won.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming like Bayley goes down to her finisher, right? But so I can see how this can leave it open for another match. But I really liked that it wasn't our typical best friends don't like eventually like stop liking each other because of the match. So I'm really like glad that they ended and they're still friends.
Yeah.
And I guess we're gonna get now Enzo and Cass versus Eva and Nia Jax. So that's gonna be
I'm excited for that. I'd pay to see that.
There was a point when they were like attacking Carmella and Bayley was down. I was like, is Enzo Cass gonna come out? Like, this is weird. But,
I would really love that. Like, I think if we lived in a different world where WWE would be cool with intergender, Cass big booting Eva Marie would get the loudest pop imaginable.
Yes. And at the same time, like Nia Jax just like power bombing, and so, so it works together.
Yeah, they make this match happen, basically, is what we're saying. Yeah, I really liked it. And obviously, even at the stuff afterwards, like Eva and Nia, as you mentioned, but also the stuff with Asuka heading to Bayley's next challenger, possibly, which is very exciting. Yeah, really good stuff. Tonio Garza, what is your bad for NXT?
Oh man, I'm gonna give it. You know what? I'm not gonna give it to the Drifter because I can give it something else. That Cameron versus Alexa Bliss match. I don't know what to say about that.
All credit in the world to Alexa Bliss, who I thought did well.
Yes. I mean, yeah, Alexa
Bliss.
Cameron,
on the other hand, looked a little bit clunky.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss. I mean, God bless her heart. She does what she can right now, but it was a weird match. I don't think the NXT crowd nor WWE knows actually how to manage a heel versus heel match. So it was weird. Like, at some point, I was like, "Are Brand like going face?" Because I mean, Cameron just sucks. So it was a weird match. The wrestling was bad, and I don't know. Like, there was one thing I did like about that match is that when Alexa wins, who was it? I think it was Murphy. Murphy was marking out like, yeah, she won. She's the women. We are winners.
Blake and Murphy were really great in this too.
So
I liked it. I liked Alexa Bliss in the sense that even she kind of did her traditional moveset, but she showed a bit more aggression and got a bit more of her personality across it, other than just kind of going through the heel motions. Like, I love when she beat her and she was like in her face afterwards, being like, "Yeah, I fucking." And then I think she said "girl bye" at the end when like Blake and Murphy were holding her up. I love like just that little stuff that I really like. But yeah, Cameron was all over the place and very sloppy.
I kind of feel bad for Cameron because, I mean, she's been in the main roster for a long while.
Longer than Eva.
Yeah, and like she had like big matches. She was like in WrestleManias.
Yeah.
And now she's pretty much jobbing to the developmental girls.
Yeah, and doing kind of poorly.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for her. Like, this is the point where I would like start like considering other career paths.
Oh, that music career. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrus could probably need a Funkadactyl.
Hey, you never know. Let's see Cameron Ruby Sky feud. That would be amazing.
Oh God, shut up.
It would be the opposite of amazing, but in that it would be amazing. My bad for this week. I'll get into it. Very small supplemental bad. Obviously, we're in a larger crowd this time around. So who shows up on NXT this week? None other than our favorite. Nope, no one's favorite. Sign Guy was there.
Oh yeah.
I want to point out two signs Sign Guy had during the last segment. The first being Nia Jax is making Florida sink. Good on you, Sign Guy. Good job with that fat joke. Really great. Oh, but don't worry. Nia Jax isn't the only one that gets that kind of treatment. He also held up a sign that said, Asuka, sponsored by Rosetta Stone.
That's so bad.
Good on you, Sign Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. But yeah, you mentioned it in going into yours. Is Elias Samson, not necessarily for anything he did. Honestly, this match, as far as like the reception he got, I don't think anything was really Elias's fault. Like, you could tell he was trying to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I thought it was necessary. Like, you can't just be like that kind of, I'm, just there kind of guy. You have to be a bit aggressive. I do think it's hard with his gimmick because also it's also very similar to Baron Corbin.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of see it.
Like because he's the lone wolf, and Elias is kind of a lone too. But the crowd was not receptive to Elias Samson.
Right.
They were louder this time, but they were chanting things like "Drift away," and we got a Nickelback chant.
Yeah, he got Nickelback heat.
I think that's worse than people booing Eva Marie through like an entire segment.
Yeah, that's worse than Eva Marie heat because I mean Eva Marie we hate because she's a model, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's that feeling that you don't deserve to be here, but like Samson is a wrestler and he's not a bad wrestler.
He's not a bad wrestler. He's a friend of the show and we love him. We love you, Logan Shulo.
Exactly, but we still kind of hate you at the same time. Or
I don't hate him.
No, we hate what you are in NXT.
You just got in a world like NXT, in the world NXT is created, you just gotta kind of do more, you know? Like,
yeah,
it sounds weird to say. I also know obviously the crowd chants. I also noted Corey Graves really kind of buried him on commentary.
Yes, like it's like they have a personal feud from years back, but
yeah, like something happened. Like
yeah, and you know what? Like he tried to save him at the end. Like even though like I don't like know him, but he did impress me. Yeah. I was like, you sound so.
But he made it. But he made it a point of being like, he hasn't impressed me the last few weeks.
Yeah, like, and he sounded like it sounded like bullshit because you've been like killing his character, not the guy, his character. Like for the longest time, like what did he say about? He was that the Drifter was hanging out like in a
pub or something like that.
In a pub or cafeteria, and I was like, yeah, that kind of kills his character, you know.
And then he was like, I went to where all the Drifters go in Pittsburgh, and none of the people said they saw him.
Yeah.
Like, just burying him in that end, like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, understandably, because as I mentioned last time, he's kind of like the hipster Drifter, so he only hangs out where no one has been hanging out before.
Right.
You know, with his nice scarf and leather pants. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like he needs he needs to change stuff.
Yeah, because I said it, like I'd like that he was more aggressive. He was clearly intentionally trying to be more aggressive, and I thought that's good, but I just don't know if the gimmick works at all in NXT. Both from the fact that there's not a whole lot you can necessarily do with it, and two, he felt so much like Baron Corbin, like, and that's not a bad thing, but you already have a Baron Corbin.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning that in the post like 2 days from Daniel Bryan having to retire because of concussions and because if he wrestled again he would probably die. Jesse Sorensen is back. The guy that not even TNA would want to wrestle.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good for Jesse Sorensen.
Yeah, good for him. He's making it work.
So what would be your change for the week?
It's a small change. The Samoa Joe promo, terrible placement. Like
they've done that before too. They did it once before where they had Joe's promo at the end of the show.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like it really like it was extra bad this time because you had like not only a title match with Bayley and Carmella, which is like your mid program title match, but you also had like the big Asuka versus Bayley hint, and
you could have ended the show there.
Exactly, and then you go to like Joe doing like a 30-second promo, like that wasn't even that good.
Like something you could have put on the YouTube channel, like.
Yeah, I mean, Sami Zayn was like the second thing in the show. Why not just do the Samoa Joe promo before
or immediately after even?
Yeah, something like that. Like instead of doing the Apollo Crews one, do this one because I mean, right now Apollo Crews doesn't really matter anymore because he already lost. Yeah. So you can go back to the list. But yeah, like my change is just like that. Move the Joe promo somewhere else because it was terrible placement.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't understand the placement of that either. Um, my change for this week, and it's a past change. Why in the hell did you not pair American Alpha and Enzo and Cass up sooner? That backstage promo was amazing.
I always feel so awkward for Gable.
Gable's so good. He's so amazing. Oh, I love him so much. And I just I noted the line. I think Gable was talking about how he has layers, basically, and just going tiramisu over here. Fucking amazing. Yeah, and they're facing Dash and Dawson, and who else?
Bob Villains?
I think it's either Vaudevillains or Blake and Murphy. I can't remember.
I don't know either.
It's one of the two. But yeah, they're amazing together. They were so funny. Yeah. Everyone was funny. Like, that's the best part.
So weeks ago, we said that it'd be nice if Enzo and Cass can win the titles before they debut to the main roster. Mm-hmm. And then you can have Jason Jordan and Gable take the title from them.
And kind of like a passing a torch kind of thing.
Yeah, so, I mean, just looking at how their interaction is, like,
I want that.
That'd be great.
I want a feud between those two.
Like fucking Gable and Enzo, like just trash talking each other.
Yeah,
it's so awkward and good at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was pretty much all that happened on NXT this week. I'm trying to think if anything else happened.
There was we had the High Pros squashing two Ring of Honor guys.
Oh yeah, Corey Hollis and John Skyler.
Yeah, but it was like match.
It was decent. They're decent.
For a squash match, I will take a High Bro squash over an Ascension squash every day.
Yeah.
So
those are guys who I think right now you could put on the main roster, and they would do a good job of just sort of being a sort of mid card team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, nothing, too amazing or bad to say about that. But yeah, that was NXT for this week.
Yeah,
where would you rank NXT, Tonio?
It's gonna be number 3 for me. I really liked the first match, and I was happy with the last match, and whatever happened in between was okay. So yeah, it's number 3. It's a high 3. It's not really like a bad 3. So number 3.
Yeah, I think we have the same rankings this week for everything.
Yeah,
because I ranked it number 3 as well. Decent show. Main's good. Opener's good. There's good stuff in between promo wise and stuff like that. The only really bad match on the show is Alexa and Cameron. But it's still an enjoyable episode. It's cool sitting in front of a bigger crowd. It looks like a crowd that you could run like an Impact out of, like back when they were kind of running bigger crowds, and that's cool.
It's gonna be interesting going forward if they stay with this crowd, because like the Full Sail crowd, it's kind of like the old school ECW crowd or the PWG crowd, where even if you're Elias Samson, we're gonna try to make you work, and we're gonna give you like some weeks to like try to prove yourself. But as the crowd goes bigger, I don't know how much you're really gonna get that type of reaction. Like, I think we're gonna start hearing more like dead silences with guys like Elias Samson. So,
well, I think that, but also in the sense of like we've seen it before at Full Sail like tapings where it's like you get to the 4th episode and the crowd's really dead.
Yeah.
And because it's so small, you feel how dead it is. Like, I feel like maybe with a larger crowd that could help that. But hey, I just like the visual of it. Like, I think it looked like an actual like kind of show. Like kind of its own thing. But yeah, overall.
I also found really funny that Bayley was interacting with all these new little kids.
Yeah.
And I just had in my mind that EC's in her house, like, I'm gonna shank this fuckers. Who the fuck are they?
I love it. It was amazing. But yeah, that's NXT for this week. Tonio Garza, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at DW Revolution for Twitter. You can go to thewrestlingrevolution.com where you can read full detailed reviews of each of the shows that we review here and other shows that we do not review here, but you can probably find interesting.
Definitely. You can go check me out on Twitter if you would like, maybe. On Twitter at Eamon2Please, and also check out Inspire Pro Wrestling on Twitter at Inspire Pro Res and at InspireProWrestling.com. Also check out WrestlingMayhemShow.com for all the stuff we're doing over there. Go donate to us on Patreon because it helps support the show, and you get obviously you get to support us, and we'll give you some cool stuff in return. ProWrestlingTees.com. You can buy our T-shirt there. Definitely go support us there as well. And yeah, that has been this NXT edition of the Midweek War. We'll see you guys next time.